What's happening, YouTube? We're back, and by popular request, I've been able to dig up the wife to review the Hightown season 2, episode 2 review. And I'm here to antagonize her for this whole thing because that's what you guys enjoy watching us do.
Antagonize me for what?
Because they find entertainment when I
Oh,
antagonize you
whatever.
on these. They think it's funny,
Yeah,
it's
okay.
entertaining.
If you say so.
Please subscribe, like, share. If you're not watching Hightown, you're missing out on a great show. Stars is putting out a wonderful lineup. They keep hitting your boy up to review their shows, and I enjoy them. So, how'd you feel about the second episode of Hightown season 2?
I thought it was a good show. I enjoyed it. So, and they put out a bunch of teasers where you're wondering where they're going to take it. So we'll see.
A couple of things that I said was going to happen last week and this week happened in this episode. And I know you're already rolling your eyes because I called a bunch of stuff.
I think we probably called the same thing, but go ahead.
We'll get there in a minute. So let's go frame by frame for a minute. Opening scene, you've got Miss Quinones. Yeah, you tried. Yeah. Quinones is what I said.
Nez.
Quinones.
Put the N on the end.
In the first scene, we got Jackie hallucinating about her boy Junior. And I called this from the trailer review. I said she didn't wear this outfit this season. It was from last season. And I said this probably was a hallucination. What do you think they put this in here for? What was the writers trying to convey to us? The significance of Junior and her having this hallucination.
Junior still getting a paycheck. It must be nice to get killed off a show and still collect a check.
That man ain't getting no more money. He ain't getting no more checks, man. He done moved on to bigger and better things. He's on power.
Still on this season.
Oh, that was in his contract. But what were the writers weren't trying to tell us that he getting a paycheck?
Basically, she still got a mission.
Right.
And her mission is to avenge the death of Junior.
Thank you.
I didn't realize when they were that close. Did they paint them out to be that close?
They did. They were pretty close. They painted them out to be like a brother-sister combination. Okay. That was the way they had it set up. So that's what I got from it. It's just Junior's spirit is going to keep riding her like a $3 mule until she figures out this whole thing surrounding him, Frankie, and Jorge. That's what I got from that. No rest. You got to solve these mysteries that's going on. And in the very next scene, my love, Sergeant Allen is giving a speech to the high school that lost those 3 kids. Mm-hmm. And I thoroughly enjoyed the interaction between this one white kid and the black girl that stood up, because this is exactly what was going through my mind. Mm-hmm. Everything white kid said in the beginning, he was basically like, okay, you don't know where the drugs are coming from. You take one dealer off. Aren't the kids just going to go to somebody else? Sergeant Allen said, well, it makes it a little harder. Mm-hmm. Sure. And then the black girl got up and said, why is it that when it was crack, it was locked the black people up, and now that it's opioids, the kids just need some help. Mm-hmm. Talk about this exchange.
He still didn't answer a question.
He didn't answer nobody's question.
He just said it's more deadly.
Yeah. He didn't answer nobody's question, really, because at the end of the day, it's just a cat and mouse game.
Yeah, and I was sitting there watching the kids snicker and look at each other when he was giving that say nope to dope speech.
Right, basically.
And if you put yourself back at high school or middle school, whatever, when they would do those little, drives or whatever, you would be kind of rolling your eyes a little bit, thinking like, okay, ha.
Probably because as a kid, you don't know any better. That's one reason. Secondly, you probably just in your mind, you're going to do what you want to do. Mm-hmm. And some of those kids have already experimented with the stuff and nothing bad has happened to them. There hasn't been a consequence.
Right.
In this situation, there was a consequence. Three of their classmates have died. Mm-hmm. But what we didn't know was they went to get opioids. They went to get Molly. That's what they went to get Molly.
Right.
They didn't go to get fentanyl, which is five times stronger than fentanyl. Mm-hmm. We didn't, and that's what killed them.
Right. But the thing is, you don't know what you're taking.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. At the end of the day, you just don't know what you're buying from someone who's unregulated. Mm-hmm. You have no idea. So, I had my cynicism hat on, but they handled that scene pretty well. So
you dang near taking a chance when they regulated.
hey, you better watch your mouth because there's some anti-vaxxers that watch my channel.
I mean, but
they're gonna sit up here and say, "Did you just openly admit that we don't know what we're putting in our body when we get the vaccine?
What you putting in your body when you buy food from McDonald's or whatever."
Yeah, but people would say in that defense, they've got years of history of knowing that you're gonna still live.
No, you never know.
People been eating McDonald's from 1939 to now.
Some people have gotten GI illnesses and died from severe diarrhea, whatever. So you don't know.
That's true. Okay. Next scene, we get Ray. And did we not know Ray was going to fall right back in line in his addictions? He's in line in addiction, but this is the bad case with this addiction. It's his boss at the daggone bar.
Right.
What's up with that, honey?
This is just showing that he hit rock bottom.
He's definitely at the rock bottom.
That's it.
It's also saying you stupid. You never mix business with pleasure. You don't sleep with someone that you work with and vice versa. And if you're going to do that, somebody needs to go to another facility because it's going to cause discomfort in the workplace. Yeah. It's inevitable. Two people that do these type of behaviors, you're going to disagree on something. And you never know how the boss might behave when she's angry, how you might behave, and she might fire you, whatever.
The married boss, right?
She's married, and then about to go pick up her husband. She just got her back blowed out.
So that means he got a little bit of leverage if she get out of line.
I don't know. She's still the boss, but he remedied that issue. I will give him credit for that. We'll get there in a minute. He did remedy. I'm sleeping with the boss. I might not be at that job no more. I give him credit for that. Next scene, we get Renee, and right before they show that she's 45 days past her menstrual cycle, they showed her thumbing through her phone about to click on Ray. And so she's in this scene right here. She's looking at this thing. I'm 45 days late, and she's about to have breakfast with Jorge, who keeps making these smart remarks, and it was funny. Talk to me about that family breakfast.
Wait, was she about to click on Ray, or was she going back through her call log to
she was going back
she was talking to 45 days prior?
Texting. Yeah. She was going back through the call log, checking who she was talking to,
and it
lined up to be Ray. This whole entire episode was a foreshadowing that there's something between that baby is going to be Ray's baby. And the writers foreshadow it here with Renee, and then they did more foreshadowing in a scene where Ray is going to meet his son, but we'll get there. So talk about this breakfast.
Oh, that beautiful family breakfast.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
I told you whenever, what's his name? I can't think of his name right now, but whenever he walked into the scene, I'm ready for comedy.
Jorge,
exactly. Yeah.
Now look at the people in here picking up on what you said. Shell, and she's married. Right. I should have known the women were gonna jump all on that part, but I mean, it's a woman doing the bad thing. You can't say it's the man thing. Hey, I'm with it. Just make sure y'all don't be trying to throw the men under the bus all the time. It was the woman doing the wrong deed. And then Will Lawrence, my brother, who always super chat, big businessman in the stocks and all that. He says, "Damn sure not the boss."
Right.
And she, yeah, exactly. You can't be mad because what's gonna happen if Ray put out a bad job one day? He don't do his job. Let's just say Ray having a bad day, he's stressed out, he can't put in good work. Boss might fire him just for being bad in bed. That's why you don't mess with the boss.
Oh goodness.
You gotta be skilled if you're gonna mess with the boss.
Yeah. Now back to that family breakfast.
So, talk about that breakfast.
So one, he took food. It didn't look like she was planning on giving him in the first place. And then he gonna criticize the eggs and say his eggs in jail was better.
You cannot say that to the lady at the house. You cannot tell her that jailhouse egg is better than what she cooked. Right. Now, granted, Renee can't cook. She really can't cook, but you got to be mindful of that. But here's the thing. Jorge is the a-hole of this episode. He's the a-hole that tells truths that in our society, politically, you're not supposed to say for political correctness. He's like Larry David of this episode, except for he's a criminal. And he's going to continue to do that until somebody pop his butt right in the mouth. He gonna get it. But I will say this: he doesn't hold back for nobody. He's even doing.
Who is that going to be? Is he going to eventually step on?
I think Aceto going to be the one to punch him in the mouth, or Charmaine.
He going to step on his cousin's toes. Think he going to say something out of line?
He's already kind of said out of line stuff, and even in this episode, he said something that was complete truth, but it was out of line.
Right.
And we'll get there in a minute. Then we get a scene where this young lady is coming to get a job. At first, I thought that was Junior's wife, but that's the wife.
Donna. Yeah.
That's okay, Donna. She's coming here to get a job. Renee has no idea who she is.
That's what I'm wondering. Renee know Junior?
No.
Did Junior used to go to that?
Nope. Renee has no idea who this is. Now, it makes you wonder, is Donna on a secret mission of her own trying to get information? Or do she really and truly need a job because Junior's gone?
All right. So I was wondering, why are they having their paths cross as well?
And then she whipping out the phone, showing the 15-month-old, 16-month-old baby, and Renee is giving the sad eyes and the whole nine. What do you think going on with this, honey?
I don't know where they're taking the storyline. So I'm interested in seeing, because I thought once Junior was done, Donna was out the picture. Why are they reviving this?
It's got definitely has the writers ain't stick Donna in here for no reason, and I think that Donna might start getting very, very close to what's going on in this case.
And Quinones, I can't think of her
Jackie.
Jackie's snooping around, so Jackie know Donna, because didn't Donna throw her out at the funeral?
Yep, she sure did.
So I'm sure their paths are going to cross.
Definitely, they're going to cross.
So are they going to team up, link up together, or are they going to be adversarial?
I think it's going to be a link up, because you've got somebody inside Club Xavier where these drugs is being sold, where Renee's the assistant manager. Jackie know about Renee.
So is Donna going to be closer to Jackie, or is Donna going to be closer to Renee? Because that means she can be on either side.
I think she's going to be closer to Jackie, because she wants justice for Junior. Justice for Junior. Yeah, good catch on that one. Then we get a scene where Sergeant Allen goes back to Osito to basically say, look, bro, give me something, because I know you suffering in there in this prison where you got people trying to hurt you. And Osito met his bunkmate who was like, bro, all I do is sleep all day. And Osito's trying to tell him to wake up at the crack of dawn in the morning. He's like, for what? It's the same old, same old. It's like, ain't no point in getting up. But anyway.
Now, what stood out to that? So he still had his walker. Do they have walkers in jail?
No, they don't give you no walkers.
I'm like, can't you just unscrew a leg? Yeah, he didn't already use it as a weapon. He didn't already use somebody with it.
The police would assist you from your cell to wherever you gotta go.
Well, he got a walker walking around. He done beat somebody with it already. They let him keep it.
It's a prop. It's a prop. Aceto did give Sergeant Allen good intel on where Junior left that body. Did you think Sergeant Allen was going to use it? So now the thing is,
Junior ain't leave that body. Didn't Osito do it? Yeah, Osito shot that guy.
But he's blaming it on Junior.
Yeah,
we putting this on Junior. You gotta. I said it like that because we blaming Junior, man. Look,
Sergeant Allen
follow Aceto.
Allen know who did it.
You think Sergeant Allen know who really did it?
When he was talking to his wife, he said, he probably the one who killed him. Yeah.
What is he gonna do for Aceto? Aceto done gave up a body. What's he gonna do? How's he gonna help? Streets need a body. Aceto done gave it up. What is he gonna do to help him? What's Sergeant Allen gonna get him out of this crazy pen?
Because now he know he giving good information.
Exactly.
So
that was the point.
Right.
That's what the writers gave us. So then we meet the crackhead of the week.
Oh,
this chick right here who's been clean for how many days?
10 days.
10 days.
What was her day? He called her something. Oh goodness, super snitch.
Super snitch, yeah.
Super snitch.
She been clean for 10 days, and now this just goes to show you how
dirty they are.
Yes, how the police will use you. They don't give a damn about your sobriety. They don't care about none of your issues as long as they can use you for what they want. So this girl's about to go hack a stolen computer. And the cop basically said, I can get you for that, which is why some people always complain. Laws are put on the book so they can be used against you. That's why some people make these arguments. Because technically, in some states, if you have intercourse the wrong way, it's against the law. And if cops know that they got evidence of that, they can use it against you. So that's what they're doing with this girl. She's got this laptop. She's about to go trade in, get some cash. They basically said, look, we'll give you $50 if you go do an undercover job. And then Jackie gonna have the nerve to say, look, I'm gonna give you a pep talk. You've been clean 10 days. Let's keep it 11. The F.
Good, yeah.
As the young people say, the F.
Go team.
What?
Go team.
What? What did you think was gonna happen with this? Huh? What did you think was gonna happen?
You know what? I actually thought she was gonna get killed.
Who?
Yeah, when they were
super snitch.
Yeah, when they were sitting waiting on her to come back, and she ain't come back. I thought they were gonna find her in there dead somewhere. Oh, okay. I did.
Okay.
I was happy to know she just went off and got high.
She took their money. She kept the laptop. And she done went on about her business.
But she gave them what they needed.
She
inadvertently.
Inadvertently. Yeah. We'll get there. So this is a scene where Ray meets up with his son. Son's like, bro, you haven't seen me since last Christmas. Right. What you want to deal with me now for? And the son knows that Ray only come around when he needs something. That's like a stigma with a lot of.
And now, did he ever say what he needed?
He never said.
We know what he needs.
We don't really know what he needs. He doesn't have a relationship with the son nor the mom.
So is this just to show that Ray is a deadbeat? And
no, I think this is just the parallel they're trying to show us that Ray is about to be a new father. So you already done seen Renee going through her phone, parallel in 45 days, who was I texting and communicating with. And now they're showing Ray being a deadbeat father. I think they're just culminating those two scenes to just say, hey, bro, you about to be a new daddy. Maybe you can learn from how you messed up. And what is Renee going to do? Because she's going to have some issues on her hand. But we'll get there. So what did you determine based on this? He asked the son to go have pizza. Son basically said, I don't want to hear it. Right. Yeah, I don't want to hear it. You only come around for one reason.
I mean, it just say that Ray is a piece of crap, basically. I mean, he's screwing up his job. Now he's trying to run back behind his son. It just revealed another aspect of his life where he's doing horrible.
Well, when people hit rock bottom, they tend to go back to those avenues of comfort, you know, those things that can console them, help them.
The streets don't want you no more, so now you're coming home.
Right. And you know what? The church say you're supposed to be the church. The church of God says you're supposed to be accepting and you let people come back. That's what the church say. So that's what you're supposed to do.
Well, the son said the church doors are closed.
Oh Lord, the son don't look like he been to church in his whole 17 years out there playing street hockey. Talking about he gonna want his daddy. And watch what I tell you. He gonna want his daddy. You watch. Then the girls finally realized that what they call her, the super snitch. The super snitch has been gone too long, so they worry what's going on in the house. And they get in here and figure out that this guy named Doug is someone of question. Now, while they're in here, they're pretending like they're drug addicts, right? They're trying to be undercover. But Jackie's cover got blown by this chick who said Jackie was feeling all on her at a police stop.
She was
yeah. And then after that, they arrest Doug. Break this scene down for us, honey.
Like I said, I was just happy not to see Super Snitch laying on the floor dead.
Oh Lord, you so worried about that poor girl who probably she about to break her sobriety.
But she's still alive.
Yeah, she's alive for now. But if she's about to get that lace fentanyl,
it'll be at her own hands and not because Jackie and them.
No, it's still because of Jackie, because she would have never even thought about going to that house had
what
Jackie.
Was she selling a computer for?
I don't know, but it wouldn't have been for the white shark.
She was selling that computer.
If they find that girl dead and it's the white shark involved, it's all on Jackie and Leslie hands.
She was on her way over there anyway.
Okay. So are you comfortable with them arresting Doug and basically about to blame Doug for all three of the homicides involving the high school kids?
Yeah. That's how they got the information they needed.
That's crooked. Again, crooked police. That's crooked. That's dirty.
It is.
Oh, Doug. Oh, this was a nice scene. This man right here is calling his wife. Wife is giving him a pep talk. See, fellas, sometimes a good support system, good wife, good spouse, whatever, can help you in those times of need when you don't feel like you can do things on your own. Because he was not going to go try to find that body.
And wife to the rescue.
And here comes the wife. Not only did this wife say you can do it, but she had cooked for him. She asked him, did he want something from CVS? Then she said, when you get home, I'm yours.
Oh, she said all that?
She said all that.
Oh, I missed all that.
Yeah, because see, my wife turned the TV down when there's things that can help impact.
Oh, whatever.
She missed little fine points. She missed all that. But but we uplifting this sister because she helped this brother out. She said all that. This is a good one.
Like I said, wife to the rescue.
Work, cook.
You can attest to that, can't you? Can't you? Yeah.
Moving right along. Then in the very next scene, this is exactly what I told y'all was going to happen. I told you this was going to happen. Jackie's at the bar with Leslie.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we still don't know what Leslie's motives are. I still don't trust Leslie. I don't trust her.
Me either.
I don't trust her no further than I can throw her. I do not trust this woman. And her and Jackie's getting to know each other. They're having a conversation about life, their dating history. We learned Leslie was married and she's a supporter of divorce. Jackie's not dating anyone. And Leslie clearly tells Jackie, I do not like carpet munching.
Mm-hmm.
I like penis. Did you thought it was over with after that, honey? Or do you think it was going to be more to this story?
I didn't think it was going to happen that quick. I thought it was going to be later in the season that it would lead down this way. But okay.
Don't you know Jackie?
They're getting right on into it.
Don't you know Jackie is a smooth operator?
Oh, she definitely is.
Jackie's like Michael Jackson. She's a smooth operator.
Yeah. Would you say talking panty draws off
You
people?
be talking about people, man. Hey, look, it ain't always about the looks. A good, strong talk game and some other accoutrements can help.
Okay.
Can help get you where you need to go. Now, this is Bill. And why is it every white dude in construction name is Bill? This is Bill who met up with Ray at the bar and basically said, bruh, the Me Too movement done got you. So clearly this dude's a Republican. Mm-hmm. And now you stuck having to not be a cop, blah, blah, blah. Why don't you come work with me in construction? You in shape, do your thing. Come work with me.
Cops can't be cops no more, right?
Yeah, cops can't be cops no more, right?
We can't do nothing no more.
Yeah. You sure as hell can't be pulling over black men and harassing them.
Camera phones everywhere. They just having it up.
Yeah, there's no more. You can't do what you want to do no more. But anyway, so he's inviting Ray to come out with him to Club Xavier. Mm-hmm. Of course, Ray says no because what? That's where Renee used to work at. And it's gonna give him bad memories. But my thing is he gonna keep this construction job and quit the bar job because he is sleeping with the manager at the bar? What do you think he's gonna do?
I don't know. He might straddle the fence and do both for a little bit.
That would probably be the smart way to go. Build up your resume at the construction joint until you can figure out what's what, or until you can get your job back with the police department. Then this was funny. This was funny and sad at the same time. You got Jorge with his new booth thing that works in Club Xavier. And basically he's doing a little small pillow talk. Girl, tell me something you ain't never told nobody else. I want to know your inner workings. Tell me something, girl. It'd be like me meeting you for, third date or whatever. Crystal, tell me something you ain't never told no other man. Mm-hmm. So I can feel special. Tell me, what did she tell him?
That she got messed with.
Yes, she got harassed by some creep, and he then commences to saying, "Girl, I ain't gonna never let no creep mess with you."
But you a creep.
That's right. I'm thinking about myself. You said that you the creep. You the one invading somebody else's house, saying snide remarks left and right, killing people, cutting folks in the ankle, throwing them in the river so the shark can eat them. Ain't nothing more creepier than that. That's worse than the Halloween scary movie. Talking about somebody else to creep. Then they go straight to the meeting with Charmaine. Now, I don't like that they have some underage girl being a drug lord, but it's TV.
Right.
And Charmaine is tough, we think. She's tough, but she is still a little green. And I'm going to explain to you why. She was about to ditch this meeting until girl power comes in. And you know what the title of this episode?
Girl power.
Girl power.
Yeah.
And when Renee comes in to kind of settle down the fellas, that's when Charmaine started listening again. Because they was in there talking some stupidness. But Charmaine settled down. Now, Frankie wants to partner with Charmaine. AKA, he really wanted to pull the carpet out from under Charmaine.
Exactly.
I hope you know that.
Yeah.
He ain't trying to partner with her. He's trying to, and they was asking her a lot of questions that some she gave answers to, some she didn't. But the one big thing that she fell for that I don't really agree with, and Renee is in on it, but I don't think Renee know the degree of damage she's about to cause. They was asking how she's getting her plug, blah, blah, blah. She wouldn't give that up. How is she getting it down to the Cape? She said on the bus because she don't trust people driving. Mm-hmm. So now they about to put her up on an airplane. first class, private jet setting.
Mm-hmm.
And Renee looked over there and said, it'll have lobster, caviar, shrimp, cocktail, everything you could want.
I'm like, that girl don't want that.
Yes, she do.
Oh,
you saw she accepted that. Now, this is where she messed up. They asked her who was her man that sold the white shark on the cake. And she gave it up.
She gave the name.
Yeah. That's where you know she's still a little wet behind the ears. She has to be. She's so young.
And so who wanted this meeting, her or them?
Them.
Okay, so why is she coming to them?
Good point.
That's the other issue.
Good point. Why is she coming to them? But clearly, you don't need to have on your Ray Charles glasses to see this coming a mile away. This is a setup.
We saw that before the meeting, though.
All
you got to do is a 16-year-old
female.
We saw that when they were sitting in the dorm room, and her little sister said, "Yeah,
I'm the partner." The little sister said, "I'm the partner."
Sitting there stamping
white shark, great white.
Right. You know that ain't going nowhere.
Oh goodness. Now this was some funny white privilege mess all over again. So he's Sergeant Allen has got the partner who does the investigations of bodies out here looking for the body. Mm-hmm. And this fool complained they've been out there all night and he's got to pay his guys overtime. Mm-hmm. And Sergeant Allen has to remind him, we are the state troopers. Mm-hmm. We pay whatever needs to be paid to get these jobs done. And tells him to get his butt back to work. Honey, what is this? Right. Had this been somebody else of color that you don't think done all these heinous acts, you would have probably been out there last month. You would have unearthed everything till you found some oil in the ground. What is old boy thinking?
They want the credit. They don't want to do the work.
Exactly. And they blame everybody else in life for being late.
And now he's fussing and complaining, and Sergeant Allen happy to say that's your job.
Exactly. And it is his job.
He got dismissed from being involved earlier in the
last episode.
Right. And now he said, it's on you.
Right. And Sergeant Allen's gonna get the credit on this one. I gotta give Hightown some credit, man. Y'all done good about weaving in issues of today into this series. Y'all doing a good job. Very, very good job. This is Ray combing through his phone, and you see that name up there? It says Renee. Mm-hmm. Oh, he's thinking about his boo thing, Renee. Mm-hmm. Oh, for me, it was just them circling back that baby is clearly that there is no way they can have this set up where she's going to be pregnant and it's not his. They're doing too much innuendo. What you think?
And if it is, what? She only did what her husband or whatever.
We're gonna. Can you hold your horses? We about to get there.
Okay, go.
Dang, Moochella, just
go.
Hold your horses, man. Look, and in the very next scene, exactly what you're talking about. Jorge being an a-hole, basically saying, you let her clap cheeks with that cop. Are you sure she ain't got feelings for that cop? Mm-hmm. This is how he was looking at him. Mm-hmm. He ain't got feelings for that cop. Mm-hmm. And look at the look on Frankie. Frankie's like, Now he's actually thinking about it.
Right.
Frankie's actually thinking about, like, he's saying no, but he's thinking about, like,
And one thing they also said is that who did she sleep with that put them in jail? Who was that?
It was Ray, wasn't it? No, this was before Ray.
Yeah, because we didn't know nothing about Jose.
I forgot.
So she,
forgot about that.
So he's basically planting seeds of doubt.
Yeah.
And whether or not she's loyal.
I think he just don't like Renee. He thinks,
of course,
he has no respect for someone who works in a strip club.
Right.
Which means at some point in time he's going to disrespect this girl he messing with too. Mm-hmm. So you just keep that in mind about Jorge. Anyway, this meeting was set up to catch homeboy here, who was selling the white shark in the cake.
And he done too.
He was lost in the allure. Oh, it's Frankie.
Right.
Frankie, you're out of jail and you're driving such a nice Monte Carlo SS. Oh, can I ride? He gets in the car with dummy. And they tell him that Charmaine is working for them.
Right.
When Charmaine is not working for them, Charmaine is supposed to be their partner, but Frankie just had a Freudian slip.
He don't know,
and let us know that no, we trying to pull the rug from underneath Charmaine. Right. But he gets on in the car.
I mean, they have a bigger reputation than her.
Yeah.
And them rolling up saying we work for her would have looked a little fishy.
It wouldn't have looked fishy. They said we working together.
Uh-huh.
That's what they could have said.
Why would they say that?
Anyway,
he gets no credit. And then they're gonna ask him, well, you know where to get a boat.
And he knew where to get a boat.
I mean, but ain't that an odd question?
Yeah.
Y'all picking me up
Well,
and you saying,
no, if these are like your drug lord dudes,
they say they're going to pick up a package.
A package. So they probably.
And by the way, do you know where to get a boat?
When you say it like that, yeah, it sounds silly. Because these supposed to be drug lords. They got airplanes and do claim they got a personal jet. And you need me to help you get a boat.
Right. They should have that already mapped out.
Wiener, wiener. Ooh, it didn't cross his mind. So anyway, we'll call him Country Boy because he sure enough got that dumb country look. He gets in the car, which leads to them getting in the boat, which leads to them hemming him up, slicing his ankle, pushing him over the boat.
That was so gruesome.
Pushing him over the boat so the sharks can come get him. But you know what happened instead of the sharks come getting him?
Even worse.
Jorge, dumb butt, who don't know how to do nothing but use the bathroom, pass gas, turns the boat on incorrectly and goes backwards and slices my man up. What?
That was horrible.
Come on, man. Okay, speak on it, honey. Other than how horrible it was.
It was horrible.
That's all you got to say about it?
Yes.
You don't feel bad for this dummy?
We ain't going to see all that.
Yes, we do. It's called entertainment. It's TV.
Yeah.
TV.
I told you Jose is it Jose or Jorge? I keep
Jorge. Jorge.
It's pure comedy.
He is. Every time he opens his mouth, he sounds like Mike Tyson's voice. And he can't do nothing wrong. In the end, this season, Jorge definitely going down. He's gonna mess up somehow.
And who do you think Renee gonna get some get back?
On Jorge?
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, I could easily see a situation where Renee might decide to team up with Junior's wife because they're pushing the theme of girl power this whole season.
Right.
And with Renee about to be a new mom, those emotions, those hormones, those feelings, I want to take care of my babies.
So what about Daisy?
I don't know about that, man. I can't think that far ahead.
She ain't gonna be protecting her man.
Nah, I can't think that far ahead right now.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Then we get Ray, who was about to have him another smash session. Then he gets in his car, fogged up outside somebody's house, and his son calls him, actually wanting to have that pizza. But here's the telling tale for me. He's got his gun in there with an empty bottle of liquor. Do you think he was thinking commit suicide? You think he had got that low? Because right before this scene, he had a smash session with that lady again.
And then he be having a blackout drunk session. Wake up, don't know where yet.
And don't remember what was the merit. So that's what I'm saying. You wake up with your gun in this thing open and an alcohol bottle, and your truck is all fogged up. You don't think he got in a low moment and decided, I'm going to let it all go? But call it quit. You just think he fell asleep in the truck outside somebody's house.
Crashed. It looked like he was all up on the lawn or something.
He was, yeah. Okay. All right. Well, Ray is just falling apart, my people. Just keep that in mind. I don't know if there's going to be any redeeming for Ray because he is a wreck, but he's adding to the drama of the show, which is making it a show. Then Osito had a rat put in his bed, and on my trailer breakdown, I specifically said, Aceto, the first person you need to run to is your bunkmate, which he does do that. And what did the bunkmate say?
I ain't seen nothing. I ain't seen nothing. I ain't heard nothing. Ain't nothing going on. I got 10 more months in here.
And he trying to get up out of there,
and
man.
Do they announce how much longer? I don't think you're supposed to do that either. How much longer you got in jail because somebody's going to try to mess up your time.
I guess it depends on the person. This guy's an OG, you know, maybe ain't nobody going to mess with him.
Right.
And I don't think he's too worried about Osito, who's on a crutch hobbling around.
Right.
So maybe that's why
he's already a marked man.
Right.
He said you got too many enemies.
Exactly. And that's probably why he ain't too worried about Osito. But Osito was mad. Rightfully so.
Right.
He's mad. Who in here trying to do this to me? And who's got access to my room? I mean, how can you? He should be the one that never go to sleep. He should only go to sleep in the daytime. Because if someone can just slip in that room and put that in your pillow, a rat in your pillow, what makes you think they can't do it at night?
Whoever approached him, they got to fight on his hands because
not if
leg and all.
Not if he sleep.
I'm talking about just awake. Whatever.
Yeah,
just
awake
regardless.
is awake is no. If he sleep, you got the upper hand. All you get him one good time.
I'm just saying in general. If you approach him and he's aware, yeah,
okay,
you got a fight on your hand.
Yeah, that's about it though. I'll be more worried about trying to go to sleep.
Right.
That's what I'd be
well,
worried
they
about.
Lock unless you worried about your bunkmate because they lock the gates, right?
It ain't the bunkmate. Somebody had access to walk in there while he was gone, unlock that door.
The door wasn't locked, was it?
The door was locked. Yeah, the door was locked while he was gone. The
Okay.
What do you think they're just gonna leave the door unlocked for the bunkmate to just go and do whatever he want, frolic around? Okay. No, somebody had access to his jail cell and left a rat, and it wasn't an old rat.
So it's telling you the police are in on it as well.
Definitely. But we knew that last episode anyway. Sergeant Allen found the body and tells lazy ass, "You do the job."
Right.
You enjoyed that, didn't you?
I'm sure he did.
I sure did. I sure did. I enjoyed every minute of it. It's your job. I get the glory. You got to do the work. Because in last episode, you was telling me to stay in my lane.
Right.
Now I'm in my lane and you stay in yours. And then the climactic ending that I told you I was going to happen. I just didn't know it was going to be this fast. After Sergeant Allen gets this information, he calls his two women on the team. First, he calls Jackie, who gets up out of her bed, only to reveal Leslie is also in that same bed after Leslie just told us she only likes penis. Honey, this is not good. I just got finished talking about you don't mess around with people on your job.
Now who?
You don't mess around with people on your job.
Who has the upper hand? So do we think this is just happened?
No.
Is Leslie plotting?
Leslie is for sure plotting. For sure. This is some good acting on Leslie's part. She plotting.
Now, or would Jackie let her think she has the upper hand?
Jackie ain't that bright.
You don't think
no,
so?
Jackie ain't that bright. And then I noticed through this episode, Jackie hasn't seemed like she's come clean about her sobriety issues to Leslie. Leslie knows she's in AAU, but she kept around trying to tease her.
In AA,
excuse me. She kept around trying to tease her into drinking more than seltzer water.
I'm sure Leslie got to know this girl have a history.
So if
she don't, then she ain't worth her salt as a police
officer.
She
knows that, why are you continuing to just kind of make these comments? All you're going to drink is water? Mm-hmm. That's all you're going to do? Like,
well, look how they did the crackhead.
Exactly. That's my point. So if Leslie is willing to do that,
a lot of them are clean on paper. So she probably figured like, I know you drink or whatever.
Nope. Leslie is actively trying to sabotage this woman, and Leslie's true colors will come out. And Jackie should know better. Jackie should have learned Jackie should have learned her lesson last season. You don't sleep with someone you doing work with.
But Jackie don't put feelings into it either. So I think Jackie
did have feelings for that one girl. Yes, she did.
Everybody else, Jackie was just like, so maybe Leslie thinks she gonna be maybe Leslie thinks she's gonna be able to control Jackie that way, but I don't think she will be able to.
I do, because Jackie, this is the type of chick that Jackie will have feelings for.
We'll see.
A woman who's working, because think of the chick
she's also overly anxious to just be involved and be part of the team.
And so right, that's exactly what I'm saying.
I don't know. I hope she surprised us. I hope she surprised us and had an upper hand.
Mm-hmm. Well, ladies and gentlemen, post your comments. Let us know what you think. We are thoroughly enjoying season 2 of Hightown. Any closing remarks? Everything I said in the trailer review has come true so far. Good show. Anything you want to say closing?
No, I think it's a good build up. They'll continue to kind of put on layers, and we just have to wait and see how it comes out in the end. So I'm excited to see what happens with Osito, where this relationship is going with Jackie and her colleague, and then Donna and Renee, how that's going to play out.
Yeah, man. And you also want to know, when are they going to expose Charmaine for her youth?
Mm-hmm. I mean, they didn't already do that. Sorry.
I mean, even worse. Because is Charmaine going to get caught up in this lifestyle? Because they, in the trailer review for the season, they had Charmaine walking off of a private jet with jewels on. I mean, she was dolled up. So are they just going to soak her in the abyss of glory and then pull the rug from underneath her.
Right.
That's
Or
what's gonna
will
happen.
she surprise us? Well, because we already think that she's useful. She don't know nothing. She might end up surprising us in the end. And how long is her uncle gone? He might pop back up.
Oh, check this out. Somebody in the comments is saying Ray was outside Renee's house.
Yeah.
She saw him.
Right. And then she covered it up. So, because what is his name?
Jorge.
Jorge asked her who was that.
Oh, that's what they was talking about.
Yeah. Okay. He said, what was that noise? Because I guess he didn't crash the truck and was making noise when it was driving away.
See, this is why we need y'all in these comment sections for little points that we might miss or we forget to say because of other things. Good catch, Shell.
She saw.
Yeah. And what's up, Sylvia? So just having said that, at what point in time is Renee going to try to communicate with Ray? Because she need to let him know, man, you might be a baby daddy all over again.
Yeah. So, she's protecting them, so she's definitely protecting them.
Yep. Yeah. So we appreciate y'all showing up. That's going to do it for this video. Don't forget to like the video, comment, subscribe. I'll put out some more videos this week on Hightown season 2. I'll do the trailer and I'll do a last minute predictions based on anything that Stars puts out as content material that we can break down. Till that next Sexy as Hell video, we'll see you. And by the way, she is going to jump on the Larry David review for Curb Your Enthusiasm, but that's going to be tomorrow. So stay on the lookout for that, and we'll see you.